Hi, ladies. We are on self-love, and I'm really excited about this. It's one of my favorite topics. The last course I did, it was one of the most powerful topics that everybody loved. Some huge breakthroughs, and really understanding what self-love is. And so, for those of you who are moms, this is going to be huge for you. And for those of you who are in relationship, again, huge for you. And for those of you who are single and rocking it and mompreneur, like just being an entrepreneur, whatever you are, self-love really is the root to everything that we do. And a lot of us have no idea how important self-love truly is. Oh, you know what? So funny, these little headphones of mine are supposed to be in so you can hear me. So we're going to jump right into this, and I'm just excited. I think this is the foundation to everything that we do, and this PowerPoint is going to explain it all. So here we go. So self-love is a must, you guys. And the reason for that is it's our nourishment. You have to, everything we do for ourselves allows us to be who we are as this angelic, amazing being on earth. And you can see in this picture here, you need to picture yourself as if everything you do for yourself is nurturing a garden or nurturing a plant. And so truly, for a second, I want you to picture yourself as a plant. And if you were a plant, what if you never watered yourself? What if you never changed pots as you grew? What if you never gave yourself sunlight? What good would you do for yourself and the others around you? If you were a tree, you wouldn't be able to bear fruit. If you were a flower, you'd have no smell, no petals. If you were a plant, you wouldn't be able to grow food. If you were a house plant, you'd be thrown out. Truly, though, I want you to look at this plant and think about how you feel currently and think, am I this plant? Picture yourself watering yourself with, inspiration, the sunshine coming down, giving yourself time to relax and celebrating yourself. As you grow, honoring the fact that you grow and expanding and giving yourself that room to play in, nurturing your body. Think about that, you guys. How much do you sacrifice yourself for others? And how much do you feel like this wilting plant? And how much can you resonate with the fact that this plant could be you? And you wouldn't want it in your house. You wouldn't be bearing fruit. And you're mad at yourself for that, right? You're mad at yourself for your plant looking like shit. But in reality, you're in control of that. So how do you keep a plant alive, right? How do you make sure you don't look like this thing? Love. Not just any type of love, you guys. Self-love. To keep yourself alive, you need to nurture yourself. So I'm going to read some of this for a second. In a world where we've been raised to put others first, self-love can often feel selfish. Setting aside time for self-love causes feeling of guilt, and we struggle to maintain a dedicated self-love practice. It's frustrating, it's confusing. We all know we need self-love, yet we have difficulty giving ourselves permission to experience it. Isn't it ironic? My hope is that you are able to take this on and understand the importance of self-love and know that it is going to be the foundation of your happiness, of your joy, and of being successful in this course and being able to start a business and being able to be an amazing lover. Everything that you need is at the core of self-love. And we're responsible for loving ourselves first before we can expect anybody else around us to love us. And so there's things that we've got to put aside, which is the guilt. We have to put the guilt aside and know that giving to ourselves is the most selfless thing that we can do. We have to instill a self-love practice so that we can be more for the people around us. I'm going to keep reading. We're living in a self-love revolution era, yet we all have trouble doing the work. It goes against everything we were raised to believe. We were never taught self-love in school, and most of us didn't learn about self-love in our homes. We most likely didn't learn about it from our relationships either. Society in general makes us feel like being on the grind 24/7 is the true way to success. This picture here is an example of what the lack of self-love is doing for you, you guys. It's like a bunch of rocks in your backpack and you're hiking up this hill and life is heavy and it's uncomfortable and it's not where you want to be. The I can't, I'm not worthy, I must be perfect, I must not make a mistake, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me. All of these things are opposite of self-love. But we're taught about this in society. We're taught to be perfect. We're taught to do things the right way. We're taught to be judged, right? And so we lose self-love. We lose taking care of ourselves. We lose letting go of these things. And these are the things that we have to release in order to be our divine being. So to go a little bit more into the programming, what have we learned? What have we learned from our programming? Our programming, since we were a child, we've learned to put others first. We've learned the importance of success, that comes first. We've learned sacrifice is necessary to get to the top. So grind, work yourself into the dirt. Don't worry about yourself. If you get heavy, if you get overweight, if you get physical ailments, don't worry. Sacrifice to get to the top. We've learned life is hard. So we just put up with it, right? How many of you literally put up with the drama, the pain, the things you're unhappy with because you literally are convinced and you believe life is hard? We've learned to settle for average and hand in our dreams for comfort. This is part of lack of self-love, is we've literally gone, you know what? I'm okay just being this person. I'm okay just being a mom. I'm okay just working at this place. Because sacrifice is necessary, right? Other people come first. We've learned to work hard and make money. We put the things first that we were taught to put first, you guys. These things were your programming, but they're not truth. These are the things that make you feel miserable. These are the things that make you feel unworthy. These are the things that make you feel lonely and crazy. So I want to introduce to you some new programming. What we didn't learn over the years was how to keep ourselves feeling fueled for our journey. Our love for ourselves is our fuel. It's the foundation for who we are. When you are not loving yourself, when you are not nurturing yourself, you're trying to drive your car on an empty tank of gas. So we have to learn how to fill our love tank ourselves versus looking outside of us. We're responsible for that, you guys. Nobody else. We're responsible for the love that we give ourselves. We're responsible for being happy. And our self-love and what we do in our rituals are what fuel that. So what I want you guys to learn is your foundation. Everything builds on top of this foundation, and if it's not solid, it feels shaky. Self-love is your foundation, you guys. As below, so above. What you're experiencing is the root, is the foundation of your life, which is your self-love practice, what you do for yourself, your self-love rituals, how you talk to yourself, how much time you give yourself, how often you speak your truth, how often you don't engage in gossip, how often you set your boundaries, how often you honor yourself for your dreams and going after them. This is self-love. So I want you to think of this. You can not think, you not think that you'll have, you can't think that you'll have energy, be happy, be motivated, balanced, and free if you're not nurturing yourself. If you do not like what you see, do not try to fix the branches or the leaves. Tend to the soil it's planted in and be consistent with the care. So why this is so crucial is we tend to look at our outside appearance. Maybe you're not happy with your nails. Maybe you're not happy with your hair. You're not happy with your finances. You're not happy with your relationship. You're not happy with your job. All of these things, they're the outside branches of our life, okay? And if you walked up to a tree and you saw that the fruit wasn't good fruit, you'd realize that it wasn't being nourished right. It was either getting too much sun, not enough water, too much water, the nutrients was shit in the soil. And so you'd want to care for it, right? You want to figure out like what makes this tree grow and shine the way that it should, the way that it can. You're the same way. What self-care rituals do you need so that you can grow, so that you can bear the fruit that you want to bear, so that you can shine, so that you can be the person that you came here to be? As below, so above. Our life's foundation is self-love, you guys. You cannot think that you will have energy. Oh, be more happy and free. You've got to have, like, again, nurturing yourself, making sure that every single thing that you do in your life is about honoring yourself, accepting yourself, celebrating yourself. So if we're going to do that, we first need to understand who this perfect person is that we're comparing ourselves against, right? And as much as I'd love to believe that it's Angelina Jolie, Carrie Underwood, this fit chick, or the person we all aspire to be, Wonder Woman, right? Like, we want to be perfect Wonder Woman. We want to have it all together. We want to be Wonder Mom, whatever that is. I would love to think that this is the perfect person you compare yourself against, but you don't know this person, okay? You can look at this person and admire their looks, admire their attributes, admire their body, their presence, their character that you think they have. But reality is, the person you're trying to be is the perfect person you've made up in your head. So my question for you is, who are you trying to be? The number one thing that kills joy in life is comparing oneself. Every person compares themselves on a daily, and that is the root of your unhappiness. This comparison isn't with the individuals around you. It's not with those women you are seeing. It's the illusion of the perfect person one has come up with throughout their life during their domestication. So somewhere along your, line of growing, thinking, and being, you have this ideal person you're trying to be, you guys. You might want Angelina's lips. You might want Carrie Underwood's voice. You might want Beyonce's ass. I don't know. You might want your neighbor's relationship or their house, okay? But it's not the neighbor. It's not this perfect person, that it already exists in your mind. You've literally created this illusion of who you should be. Not who you can be, it's who you should be. It's like comparing an apple to an orange, you guys. This is insanity. Okay? Your unhappiness is because of comparison. It's because of this perfect person that you have in your brain that you should be. It's not the fact that you're not that person. It's the comparison. It's the idea. It's this perfect person. Okay? So remember that. I'm going to repeat that again. It's not the fact that you're not this perfect person. It's your idea of who this perfect person is that you should be. I want to dive a little bit deeper into this. Would you compare a fish to a monkey? This is one of my favorite pictures of all time. Look at the side. For a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. There's a bird, a monkey, a penguin, an elephant, a fish, a seal, and a dog. The only person, the only animal in that picture that can climb that tree is a monkey. And this is how we are raised. This is how we are taught. This is how our society works. It wants everyone to kind of fit in the same mold. It wants everyone to dress the same, look the same, make the same money and go up this success ladder that's like this perfect success ladder, right? Like, you guys, you have to understand, like, when you look at someone else and you compare yourself to them, you are comparing a fish to a monkey, period. Even if you think you could accomplish what they have, you are not that person. You are not born in their body. You are not born with their past. You are comparing a fish to a monkey. Now, can a fish climb? Sure. I found pictures while looking, designing this. I found freaking fish on a stick, right? Great. Now my point, what I want you to understand is this is a representation of what we do to ourselves on a daily basis, and it's our choice to continue this craziness. Or it's our choice to stop comparing, because truly our own pain, our own root in our own happiness and where we don't love ourselves is because of ourselves. It has nothing to do with outside of us. Okay? It's our conditioning. It's our programming that we allow to still be alive and present in our lives. And once we can get this concept down and you can really start loving and celebrating yourself for who you are, that's when we really have massive breakthrough, you guys. Massive breakthroughs. So I want you to do a quick exercise. I want you to write down who your perfect person is, okay? And this is the same as all our exercises. I'm not going to pause. You guys are going to pause this yourselves and do the exercise and post it to our Facebook group. Who is your perfect person you aspire to be like? I want you to talk about the body, the lifestyle, the money, the job, the parenting, the abilities, success points, etc. Whatever you like come up with, the car, whatever. What is this perfect person you aspire to be like? Next one is, what thoughts cause you the most pain? So after hearing this, after kind of like listening to that, I want you to kind of like think about it. We're going to dive a little bit more into this, but just for now, write down, what are the thoughts that cause you the most pain? And right now, before we get into any exercises, I want you to ask yourself, how can you release these thoughts? What are the first things that come into your mind after talking about this? What are your new beliefs you need to acquire? And what are the things you need to love and accept about yourself the most? So take some time, pause this video, do this exercise. We're diving into the destructive ego, you guys. This is huge. This is where self-love is the most challenging. So there's 3 elements that where your ego destroys your lack of love for yourself. The first thing is judgment, okay? This is something we all experience. Judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. I love this because, we've talked about energy the last little while and really understanding like our vibrational frequency. And judging is like one of those low vibrational frequencies. And so whenever you know somebody or you find yourself judging other people, know that you're at a very, very low vibrational frequency, and it's coming from a place of insecurity. When you judge somebody for what they have, what they don't have, who they are, how they speak, you're really wearing all of that yourself, right? Like you might be embarrassed about your car, you might be insecure about your clothes. Like whenever you find yourself judging someone, it's mirroring to you your own insecurities. And I want you to take this into play when you find somebody else judging someone. They're literally announcing their insecurities to the world. So this emotional guidance system scale, you guys, going back into the energy and the frequency of things. So this whole course, we're all about the upward spiral, right? We want hopefulness, optimism, positive expectation, enthusiasm, passion, joy. Like that's what we're all about here. But when we're talking about our ego, it's the downward spiral, you guys. You're going down, 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 and nothing great is created here. Nothing. You can't attract anything into your life that you want. I mean, you want a happy relationship. If you're over here in the downward spiral, you're not going to get that. You're going to attract the frequency that you are at, which is frustration, fighting, insecurity. Like, we got to raise that vibration. And I show you this because right here is jealousy and insecurity, guilt and unworthiness, fear, depression, powerless victim. Judging people is one of the lowest vibrational frequencies that you can express or have. And so this is huge to understand that you got to get out of that. Even like blame or doubt, it's better, or overwhelming. All of those are a little bit better. So let's bring those up, right? So getting into judging others, right over here. What the fuck do you call me? Right? Calling the kettle black. I always think that's funny. Judging others. You are vibrating at a low vibrational frequency if you're comparing, if you're hating what others have, if you're feeling envious, which leads to insecurity, if you're not being happy for others' success, if you're being jealous, if you're being fearful of someone else, if you're not allowing inspiration into your life. This is like there's so many things around us every single day that you can practice self-love with. And part of that is like, when you see someone and you want what they have, bless that person. Allow that vibrational frequency to come into your life. Like if they have a bunch of money, bless them, celebrate them. If that person has an awesome relationship, celebrate them. If that person is a rockin' bod, celebrate them, you guys. Release that judging of others because it's saying more about yourself. It's just your own insecurities. And so when you celebrate them, they become less scary and you can get real with yourself and you can go, wow, that really triggered me. I wonder why. And start like processing that. And then you go to judging yourself. Comparison, again, you guys, this is low vibrational frequency when you're comparing yourself. Not believing in yourself, wishing you were somewhere different, dreaming of the perfect relationship, thinking of the perfect life, doubting you and this life. All of these things, those are judging. You are judging yourself. You're looking at yourself and you're basically going, what I have, I don't like, I don't want. And so the universe can't give you more. Because like, dude, this is your body. This is your life. These are all the gifts that I'm giving you. And you are judging yourself for them. You're cutting off all possibilities of magic happening. So we got to take that judging yourself out. If you want to, there's always like that growth and like analyzing, and seeing where you're at. Like all the time I ask myself, where am I? Am I doing my best? I'm more or less like, just checking in with myself, not judging myself. So the negative emotions all of this creates is fear and anxiety, not knowing your purpose, not being motivated, not taking action, you're sad or unhappy, feeling insecure, stomach pains, and jealousy. So we don't want any of those emotions from being in this space, okay? So this is your ego that we got to get under control. If you notice these things coming up, shift. Wearing masks. This is another one of those ego things, okay? There's 3 like major ego players, and one of these, this is huge. We as women are way better at this than men. And it's literally the most toxic thing you can do for yourself, you guys, is, there's a thing called functional masks and there's a thing called permanent masks. A functional mask is, let's say you're going to a party and your side of the family is like really religious, or a party you're going to, they're really conservative. You put on a mask for the party, you're prim and proper, you don't swear, you get out. Come home and you take that off and think, God, that was awesome. I'm glad I didn't do that. Glad I didn't have to stay there longer. I'm glad I'm not around that all the time. Permanent masks are where you literally put on a mask that you're fine all the time. Or you put on a mask that you're just a doer, you're a goer, I'm going to knock shit out. and you never take it off. Or maybe you put on a mask that you're super mom and that you've got it all under control. Or maybe you put a mask that you don't need love. Some people act like they don't need love. I'm good. I don't need love. And they wear this mask all the time. And it becomes so permanent, they think that it's real. And so my hope for you is that you really start to understand what masks are you wearing and who is the true you. Because the true you and taking off these other masks and being vulnerable and speaking your truth, it's fucking scary, you guys, but it's necessary. You have to do this to expand into your life. You have to do this to become the woman that you want to be and that you can be. You have to do this to own a business, to up-level yourself, to grow, to expand. You have to take off these masks and you have to be yourself. So this is a quote from Phil McGraw. I think that's Dr. Phil. We all have a social mask, right? We put it on, we go out, we put on our best foot forward, our best image. But behind that social mask is a personal truth. What we really, really believe about who we are and what we're capable of. And that is why it's important to take these masks off, because we show up, we keeping up with the Joneses, right? We got to be perfect. So we got to be able to put our self forward versus our best foot forward. So again, going back to that energy thing, right? People vibrate energy and it's felt by everyone and it affects the world around those people. Think about when the days start bad and they keep going bad, okay? And I'm being serious about this because when we wear these masks, okay, we put on these masks and we start operating in a certain way, it will continue to be that way. There's a ripple effect, okay? And so, it is the law of attraction. When things go bad, they keep going bad. When you keep pretending to be this person, you get lost in it, okay? There's that going to left field, it goes too far. So this picture, if you wear your mask long enough, you begin to forget who you are beneath it. So some of you right now, you might be sitting here thinking, what masks are you talking about? I don't wear masks. I am who I am. But reality is we all wear them from time to time. We all put them on. We all try to act like a certain person. We all try to act a certain way in our relationships at work somewhere. And beneath that, it's who you really are. It's who you really want to be. It's the business you want to start. It's the person you're evolving. It's that spiritual light beaming from you. It's that calling that you want to be a coach. That's who you are. And if you've been wearing a mask long enough, you're believing that you aren't that person. And so my hope is that as you practice self-love, we're going to take these masks off and you're really going to evolve into this amazing being. So I got to see this, make sure I can see it. My little thing is, your relationships. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to skip this slide. Should have been deleted. The next thing is gossip. Okay. This is the one thing that we don't realize has that big of an impact, but it has a massive impact, you guys. It carries a vibrational frequency, just like jealousy, just like all of those insecurity things. And so this is something else that we can't have in our lives. And so a life filled with silly social drama and gossip indicates that the person is disconnected from purpose and lacking meaningful goals. People on a path of purpose don't have time for drama. Brandon Burchard. This man is a multi-millionaire, okay? He is genius. I'm telling you guys, this is like money. This is gold, hearing this. If you are a gossiper, if you like social drama, you have it in your life, you are disconnected from your purpose and you're lacking meaningful goals. And so it's time to drop the drama and get on a path of purpose, okay? And right now, that's exactly what we're doing. Look at the women you're surrounded around. We're all in this together, you guys. We're all creating this amazing life. We're all really looking at our shadow side and bringing out the light. And part of that is really getting real with yourself and asking yourself, how much drama is around me? And you might not be drama, but there's a lot of instances where girls that I've worked with, and even in my last course, their work where they worked was so much drama, or the people around them were just drama. They might not be involved in it, but it's there. And so if you are tolerating it, if you're actually letting that person chat with you about it, like, it creates awful, awful emotional attachments. So I'm going to go into this. It says, gossip may seem innocent, but it's lethal. When you talk about someone and it carries negative energy, you're sending out requests to the universe to bring you more drama. I mean, you're telling the universe, like, this is the vibrational frequency I'm a match to. Bring me more of this shit. Also, that what matters here too is if you're agreeing with someone who is talking shit without deflecting, or without deflecting, and you're not really engaging, but you're sitting there agreeing, like nodding your head, yeah, okay, you're mirroring their energy. Therefore, you are asking for that energy to be returned to you, which is huge, right? Like, how many times do we hear someone just, and this is like, we're conditioned by society. When someone's just talking shit and they're being rude, most of us don't say anything, you guys. Studies have proven this. Most of us say nothing. Nothing. And then we're mirroring that energy. We actually leave. Have you ever left a conversation and you're like, you feel lower in vibration? You're like, oh my God, that was awful. Well, this happens all the time, you guys. You have to understand, like, you've got to put a stop to this. Like, you're in charge of this. So the solution here is you set boundaries. You don't engage in negative conversation. You leave heavy conversations or topics. You speak your truth. You politely mirror to people their energy. You ask to not be part of the conversation. Like, work examples, if someone's having a conversation that you don't want to be part of and it's heavy, just say, hey, can you guys take that somewhere else? Or, hey, I actually don't want to be part of this conversation. I don't like the energy of it. If someone starts talking shitty about someone else, say, hey, I really don't appreciate you talking about someone like that around me. I don't like the energy around it. Versus defending someone, you just claim everything about yourself. Like, I don't like the energy. It's a heavy energy, right? And you speak your truth. So with that, the negative emotions that come with that are overwhelm, anxiety, you're angry, you get agitated, you're feeling heavier, you feel heavy energy, you're worried, you start being mean, like you start mirroring that. It's insane. You're bossy or you're grumpy, you start feeling guilty. Like, have you ever engaged in a conversation and you feel guilty? Like, you guys, all of these things do not allow you to show yourself love. Like, gossip is like the number one thing that is like shitting on yourself. Like, that's a choice. So don't. So we are going to reflect. Take the time, post the groups and make one sheet about this again, and then post it to our group. Which area affects you the most? Judgment, masks, or gossip? What is the number one thing you're going to do differently this week? Your biggest awareness or aha moment in this, and one positive thing that you learned. So take the time, pause this, answer those questions. So we're going to go into some exercises, and some of these are really fun. So I want you to think of yourself in the face of joy for a minute. And we're going to do a little bit of an action. We're going to do an exercise here. So let's see. I want you guys to close your eyes for a second and just picture yourself in joy. So it's just going to be a 2-minute visualization really quick. So I want you to close your eyes, get comfortable where you're at, and we're going to visualize who you are in the face of joy for a second. Who are you when you're super happy? How do you express yourself? How do you talk? How do you walk when you're super joyful? Who do you like to be around? What does your house look like? How are your relationships? How balanced is your life? Think of yourself your most joyous you. What do you like to do when you're super happy? What things bring you joy? Okay, and bring yourself back. And now I want you to write some things out here. So you're going to pause at each of these action steps, okay? You're going to first write what brings you joy, okay? And I want you to write down the things like the what that brings you joy. So pause this and write down what brings you joy. These are things, tangible things, not people. What brings you joy? Is it your horse? Is it your house? Is it your clothes? Is it your jewelry? What brings you joy? Is it no actions? What is it? Your water bottle? What are the things that bring you joy? So pause and answer that. And now we're going to do the where. Where are the places that bring you joy? Is it your room? Is it the gym? Like, do you love to go camping somewhere? Like, where are the things that bring you the most joy? What places? Maybe you have a favorite barn you like going to with your horse there. Maybe you have a favorite library you like to go. Like, where are the places that bring you joy? I want you to pause and write down those things. And now the who. Who in your life brings you absolute joy? You know, every time you hang out with them, they are like your rock star. They bring out the best side of you. Everything's amazing when you hang out with them. Who? Take a second and write. Pause this video, write the who. And again, you probably only need like 5 answers for these. You don't have to have a massive paragraph, like 5, 6 answers. Some people go to 10, no crazy paragraphs. And sometimes this joy part, like for people, you only have a couple people. So who brings you joy? Pause this, answer it. Actions. What actions bring you joy? What actions, is it cleaning the house? Is it riding your horse? Is it cooking dinner? Is it actually working out? Is it taking a bath? Is it giving yourself a facial? Is it getting your nails done? Is it, watching a movie with your loved one? Like, what actions actually bring you joy? Pause, answer it. We're going to do the reverse of this now. What are the things that rob you of joy? I want you to write down the what. What things rob you of your joy? Is it the news? Is it like an empty planner? Is it grocery shopping? Oh, I guess that's an action. What things? All of your work. Like maybe your work just makes you miserable. Maybe laundry. Like, what are the things that rob you of your joy? Whatever that is. Maybe it's your car. Maybe there's things around you that you absolutely hate. I don't know. What are the things that rob you of joy? Pause this and answer it. And then where? Where are the places that rob you of joy? Like maybe you don't like the gym. Maybe you think that that place is awful. Maybe you don't like your in-laws. Maybe you don't like a certain vacation. Maybe you don't like going to work. Like what places rob you of joy? Pause this and answer it. Who robs you of joy? Be honest. There are going to be names that pop in your head right away, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this person robs me of joy. Pause and answer this. Actions. What actions do you do that rob you of joy? Maybe it's not planning. Maybe it's being behind. Maybe it's not taking care of yourself, not making your bed. Like what actions rob you of your joy? Pause and answer this. Now, this exercise is one of the most powerful exercises that happened in my last course. And what I want you guys to understand is I want you to start making time for the things that bring you more joy. You have a list of them: crystals that you wear, food that you eat, places that you go, people, actions, things that you do, meditations, all of these things, whatever you put down, these are the things that have to be in your schedule this week, next week, throughout the duration of this program. These are the things that bring you joy. And the things that rob you of joy are the things you need to figure out how to get out of your life. And it might suck. Some of you might have put your spouse or someone that you're really close with, a best friend, and you realize that you don't like them, that that's actually not an act of self-love, that you don't love yourself when you're around them. And experiencing joy is self-love. And so setting these boundaries, learning how to do things. So if something comes up for you and you're like, how the hell do I get this person out of my life? How do I get this thing? Whatever it is, you have to talk to me, reach out to me and let me know. So the next exercise I want to do is we're going to write down things that you love about yourself for a second. So I want you to take a second out on a new piece of paper. I want you to write down 10 things that you love about yourself. Ready? Go. Pause. Okay. And now I want you to run through a quick meditation with me. We're going to close our eyes and visualize how much we actually really love ourselves for a second. So I want you to close your eyes and get comfortable. Keep your piece of paper there. And I want you to breathe into your body. Release it. Relax. And I want you to picture your feet. I want you to take yourself down to your feet. Take a deep breath. Let the day go. Relax a little bit deeper. Anything that goes on around you, just acknowledge it and let it go. And now take yourself again back to your feet. I want you to celebrate your feet and honor them for all the things that they allow you to do. They allow you to walk wherever you want to go. Send love to it. Now I want you to go to your legs. Picture your legs and how strong they are, you guys. There's people out there that don't have legs, that can't walk around. Picture how your life would be different if you didn't have legs. I want you to celebrate that and love your legs and love your body. No matter what they look like, no matter what shape and size they are, love them. They're your legs. Now I want you to take yourself to your hips, your ovaries, and all the things that make you a woman. You guys can have babies, or you've had babies. We can have we function regularly. We go to the restroom. Our hips actually can give birth. Do you know how magical of human beings we are? As women, look at what we can bring into this world. Like, are you kidding me? We make people. We digest food. There's so many things that goes on down there. This is where we make love. We can experience passion. Our bodies are magical in this area. Love it. Go to your stomach. All of our digestion is here, you guys. This too stretches out and can give birth to babies and come back down. Sometimes we can see abs. Maybe we've never seen abs. But this is our stomach. This is our curves. This is literally our life force. Your belly button gave you life at one point. Love it, honor it, celebrate it. Go to your chest, your lungs, your boobs, your organs, all up in this, your heart, you guys. This is the most amazing region. Your heart beats effortlessly. Boom, 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 boom. Your lungs breathe air, give you life. You guys, we are beautiful. No matter what we look like, we are beautiful. Now go to your arms. Love your arms, you guys. Some people don't have arms. We have freaking limbs. We have hands. We have fingers. Think about all the things that we can do with our arms and fingers. Love it. Send light to it. Go to your neck and your head. Feel how you can turn around. You can look all around, you guys. Our hair. Think of that. We have hair. There's people out there that don't have hair. Your eyebrows, your eyes, you can see. Your lips, you can talk. Your tongue, all of it. Your face, everything about you makes you you. Nobody looks like you. Not one person. You are you. Your ears, everything about you that you may pick apart, that's you. Celebrate that. Nobody looks like you. And then your personality. Every quirky, fun, weird thing about you is you. It makes you you. How you fold the towels, how you do the dishes, how you eat, how you cook, how you sleep, how you talk. Everything is you. Smile and fucking celebrate that. You are an amazing person. Your creativity, your power, the way you are a parent, the way you are a friend, the way you love, that is you. The way you dream is you. Feel into that for a second. Feel into that place of love, you guys. Bring yourself back to body and get out your piece of paper and write 10 things that you love about yourself. And tell me how much faster you're able to write it from this place than you did on the first list. Go, pause. Something magical about this exercise is that when you get yourself in this state, when you really honor yourself and you really show yourself self-love, things change. The way you view yourself, the way things flow. Like, you probably wrote that list so flipping fast. And all it took was a visualization. All it took was a shift, a state of mind, and you were able to see yourself in light. So I want you to know that you can do this at any point. And this is going to be part of your self-love practice. Whenever you don't love yourself, play this, and revisit this, tell yourself these things. And we're going to be practicing this. This is part of your soul work for the week, is you're going to be writing down 10 things that you love about yourself for the next 2 weeks. So who are you in the face of love? In the face of joy. I want you to go back through that. And now that we're still in that place, you guys can replay that if you want. You can run yourself and pause yourself and do a little meditation right here. This is something that you can do all the time. And I want you to write down right now, pause the audio, and I want you to write down all the things that you can accomplish in the face of joy. So in that feeling of like loving yourself, feeling fearless, all of those things, I want you to pause this and write down all the things you feel like you can accomplish when you're in that place. How fearless are you? How confident are you? How happy are you? And what can you accomplish? And then I also want you to write, what are all the things you can start doing now to create more joy? I want you to really and we're going to go through this in just a second, but I want you to write down all the things that you can create, you can start doing now that create more joy. So here's the tools, okay? This is how you can create more self-love in your life. First thing you can do is you can manage your time. That is why the first week starting this, it's all about managing your time. When you don't manage your time and you don't stick to your schedule, that's the biggest dishonor that you could do to yourself. Get up, get out of bed, go work out, commit to the things that you want to do. When you are not doing this, you are not showing yourself love. You're not honoring yourself. And it literally can cause feelings of anxiety and stress and overwhelm and discouragement. And you just start beating yourself up. That domestication, you guys. We just start punishing ourselves. And so manage your time, you guys. This is one of the biggest acts of self-love. So this planner over the next couple months, this is going to be the number one thing that you focus on, period. Taking time for yourself and self-care. So knowing that self-care isn't selfish, knowing that you need to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, then nobody will. So you've got to be able to take care of yourself and know that it's not selfish. Knowing that it's like giving you more to give back to people. You can't pour from an empty cup. And so coming up with your own rituals, coming up with your own self-care program, and really understanding that you're not being selfish, that you actually give more to people by doing this. And so speaking into that, self-care for me, these are like the things that I kind of think about, and it can go on and on and on. All these things I think are self-care. Taking longer showers, face masks, hair and nails, reading a book, taking a nap, a bath, like those are like the normal things we think about. But all of these things that I'm mentioning throughout the rest of this, it's all self-care. Creating rituals. So again, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself. So going back to self-care, making them rituals, you guys, filling your own cup, not expecting people outside of you to do so, making it happen, period. You guys, if you don't feel like you're in love with yourself, in love with your life, you are lacking something that you're not giving to yourself. Make the time for it. Stop making excuses. Stop putting it off. Wake up, get up, take care of yourself. Make it a ritual. Speaking your truth is one of the scariest things that we can do. It pops up all the time where in a moment where we need something done, we don't want to speak our truth, right? Like maybe we need someone's help, but we don't want to ask for it. Or maybe there's something that's stressing us out, but we know if we say something, it might just create tension or hurt someone's feelings, so we're not going to say anything. Like speak your truth even when your voice shakes, period. It doesn't matter if it hurts someone. Okay. The thing that you can do to yourself is you hurt yourself by not speaking your truth. If you need help with the dishes at home, ask for it. If you want more money at work, ask for it. If you want new hours at work, ask for it. Speak your truth. It's the biggest form of self-love. If you don't want to hear somebody gossip, Speak into that. If you don't want someone around you, speak into that. Speak your truth. Mirror. And of course, with love and compassion in this place of like love, but speaking your truth is the biggest form, an act of self-love, you guys. Gratitude lists. These are my favorite. Whenever I'm feeling like I don't know what I'm doing with my life and I don't know who I am, I sit down and I write a gratitude list. I'm thankful for everything around me, and it literally makes me feel like this picture. Like, I just want to give myself a big bear hug. I'm thankful for the things of, my roof above my head, running water, the food that I can eat. Like, I just really get into this place of like gratitude so I can really love myself, love my life. Honoring your body. This goes back to like the routine thing and the planning thing. Like, eat clean, drink water, move your body. This is important, if you like it or not. A lot of people try and fight this, but it is, our body is our temple, and if we're not taking care of it, it can't perform for us. How we take care of our body affects our mind. So if you're, making excuses to not work out, you're making excuses to eat like shit, like, sorry guys, it's not going to help you get anywhere in life. You've got to honor yourself. Let me see here. I gotta move this little thing. Speak life into your life. Now, this goes back to the gossip and the drama that I talked about earlier. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Let's read that from the top up. Small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So we don't want to be the small people, right? We want to be the big people. Drop the drama, drop the gossip. You are talking about ideas. You're making projects. You're doing things, okay? We're no longer going to not speak life into our life. This goes into this whole speaking truth thing. Set your boundaries. You've got to be able to examine what you tolerate in your life, who you tolerate, and get them out, period. Letting people know you can't cross this line. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I will tolerate. This is what I deserve. I'm a fucking queen, and that's what I want to be treated like. That's what I want to be seen as, and to be able to be seen like that, you've got to step into that place. And what you do is you gift other people around you to step into that same king, queen realm. You say, hey, by the way, I will not tolerate being talked to like that. I will not tolerate being unseen. I will not tolerate whatever it is, I won't. And this is what I need from you. And you tell them that this is the boundary I'm creating. And that's just who you are. And people cannot cross it. And a lot of us don't do that. Like your friends, if they talk shit, and saying, hey, I really don't appreciate that. Please don't do that. Or maybe someone makes fun of you. You don't like that. Maybe someone is they come into your space and they're really huggy, touchy. Cross that line off. Maybe your spouse or your boyfriend or husband doesn't appreciate you, saying, I don't appreciate that. I don't tolerate that. I don't want to tolerate that in our relationship. Please, I need to know that you appreciate me. I'm really standing for something. And then be easy. Take a break sometimes, you guys. Slow down, keep calm, be positive, take it easy, unplug, enjoy life, have fun, breathe, relax, go outside, meditate, be happy. Like, this is an act of self-love too. We don't have to go. It goes back into that grind thing, right? Like, that's not self-love if you feel exhausted, you hate your life, and you're not happy. Like, self-love truly is about honoring yourself. And there's that balance though, right? Like, you're going to find yourself like, when do I love myself? When do I push myself? Like, where's that balance? And it's whenever you really feel like you're happy, and you're going to have to experience feeling unproductive and then experience being overworked to find that middle ground. And then find what works for you. What do you do for self-care? Get plenty of sleep, enjoy sunshine, cook, write or draw. You talk to yourself, you cuddle cats or dogs, you walk or bike, you tidy up, you read about people whose lives are more complicated, right? Like, oh, wow, like watch some motivational videos, garden, get a hug, talk to select people. Like, you guys, you get to figure this out. That's part of your soul work this week. I can't tell you what your self routine is. I can't. Like, I can't tell you what makes you feel like you fully love yourself and that you're happy, but you get to create that this week. And then remember, you're in charge of how your reality is. This is an umbrella. Self-care is blocking you from the rain. And so you can either put the umbrella down and let yourself get pummeled and wet and drenched and say, poor me, or you can start taking care of yourself and really step into this place of being a queen and saying, no, I honor myself. This is what I'm doing for myself. These are my rituals, and I'm committing to it for me because I don't want to be shit on. I don't want to be rained on. And it will be an amazing place of really coming into your being and saying, this is my life. I own it. I love me. I love my life. And whoever is in it can just be the cherry on top, the icing on the cake. And they'll mirror you guys. When you love yourself, people start loving themselves. And it's like this beautiful mirroring effect where everybody else wants to put up their umbrella and enjoy their life too and take care of themselves and honor themselves. And then, going back to just making time for yourself, it's one of the most important things that you can do, you guys. That's what I want you to do throughout this course. That's the whole point of you guys doing this, is you're making time for yourself, period. When you're done with this, you're going to be used to making your 2, 3, 4 hours of time for yourself every single week. And when this is gone, it's not going to disappear. You're going to have these habits. You're going to have these rituals all in place so that you're always, always, always putting yourself first, so that you can give more, so that you can create more, so you can do more, so you can be more. So I love all of you, and I'm so excited for you guys to have fun with this week. I'm going to run through your soul work really quick. I'm going to bring it up so that you know what it is that you guys are up to this week. Let's see, self-love rituals. I'm going to bring this up. Let's see. Self-love rituals. So every single day, you guys are going to write down 10 things that you love about yourself. I want you to do this for 2 weeks, and you guys can do this with your morning intentions. You can do it at work, whenever. I want you to come up with your own self-love rituals and put them in your calendar, your schedule. Create one weekly self-love ritual. This can be different for every single week. Maybe it's getting your nails done. Maybe it's your brows. Maybe it's a bath. Maybe it's a meditation, but really nurturing yourself, figuring out what that looks like, and creating 1 or 2 monthly self rituals. Like, that might be bigger, a park, I don't know, a hike, something that where you're like, nope, that's my act of self-love, and you're intentionally doing it, and share it with the group. What'd you come up with? I want you guys to practice not gossiping or comparing, and journal about it. I deleted that part. I want you guys to set healthy boundaries with people. Become aware of your unhealthy boundaries and start to express and create new ones. And then journal about your experience. What does that feel like? What is that like for you? And then I want you to speak your truth more. Practice speaking your truth and expressing your needs. Ask for help when you need it. Journal about your experience. So hopefully a lot of the work was already done on tonight's call. And then the rest, you've got a little bit of soul work to do, and continue to do your planners. And I love you all.